Hi, you guys. It's time for me to make my weekly video. And I've decided I'm going to officially start my campaign as an independent for United States President. The reason I'm doing this is because Jesus told me to stay out of politics because he said, Gail, you're going to be on the ballot for the general election. And if your name's not there, they can write you in. So that's what you need to tell your followers. Jesus wants me to stay out of politics because I'm going to be on the ballot. But I decided since Jesus wants me to run for US president, let me tell you that I've established a page. I actually have a website, and I've established a page detailing my campaign platform. And I've been getting mail for the past 6 months verifying that I'm on the ballot in the run for US president. Oh, by the way, one of my commentators made a comment about my clothes. He said, she always wears the same clothes all the time. That's because she's so poor she can't afford to buy any clothes. Actually, it's not that I'm poor, it's that I'm lazy. These are my favorite outfits. I've got a closet full of clothes, but I just hate to do laundry, and I have to do the Gail commandments. So what I do is I just wear what I like my comfy clothes, and I just wear what I'm comfortable in. It gives me less laundry to do, so it's just a matter of laziness. I'm not a vain person, so I don't go around trying to show off my wardrobe and that sort of stuff. So that explains it, okay? I'm just lazy about doing laundry. And if I wear less clothes, that's less laundry for me to do. Anyway, as I said, gee, I've been getting mail, and I've been laughing, thinking, wow, somebody's put me on the ballot. They said, congratulations on running for president, for running for politics. And I thought, I did this? I think my men put me on the ballot. So I'm on the ballot. I've been getting mail for the past 6 months telling me that. So I'm starting my campaign. You can vote for me as US president in the general election. If my name's not on the ballot, you can write me in. I want to extend an invitation to some political candidates that I'd like to endorse me for US president. I'm asking Bernie Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, and Donald Trump to endorse me for US president. If they choose to do this, that means their name's going to be on the ballot with their name and then my name next to them in parentheses. So if you see their name on the ballot like this, it means if you vote for them, you're really voting for me. They just want to, like give a personal endorsement on the ballot. If I am elected in November, I want to make Tulsi Gabbard my vice president if she endorses me. So list her as my vice president. If she agrees to this, Tulsi will need to swear to honor my conspiracy law in order for her to be my vice president. By making her vice president, I will allow her to do a lot of my presidential job since I'm a very busy person. But everything she does must honor my current laws as set forth on this page that I'll have a link to underneath this video. I would like to make Bernie Sanders, if he endorses me, in charge of health and human services, since his Medicare for All is very similar to my national health care plan. Donald Trump, if he endorses me, will be my campaign advisor and my press secretary to deal with the press. He's really good at that. I would like to make Ron Paul, if he endorses me, my chief economic advisor, who will counsel Tulsi Gabbard as she carries out a lot of my policies as president. Rand Paul, if he endorses me, I would like to give the post Secretary of State. According to an IQ test administered via a Church of Gail scanner in 2012, I have the highest IQ of any woman on the planet, so I certainly have the intelligence required to be American president. Ben Carson, if he endorses me, can keep his current position in charge of HUD, though I would like him to also be in charge of the Department of Education. And I think we need to come up with a way to make college tuition free, and this could probably be accomplished by stop wasting our money on regime change wars. Now that Melania Trump's out of the picture, we should be able to stop all this regime change war nonsense. I also feel that those burdened with college loan debt should be able to file for bankruptcy protection. I'm what you call a reluctant leader. I take this job because there's no better person than me for the job. And what we currently have going on in politics is not as good as me. I care too much about the welfare of the American people to not do this job. We are at a critical point in our history where if I don't do this job, we're going to either have a sociopath or a psychopath as U.S. president, because Lori McBride has rigged both the Democrat and the Republican Party. So I have formed my own independent party. I'm like a third party run. Unfortunately, the only news that may report accurately about politics is Gabriel Chord of Fox News 00 on cable. So you'll need to tune in to that channel to get the real news. From what I understand, we've replaced all the current politicians and news reporters in mainstream news with their automatons. So the only place to accurately get the news is 00 on cable, Gabriel Chord of Fox News. The type of government I support is a constitutional monarchy. I'm literally half King David and half Catherine the Great. So this may explain why I prefer this form of government for the US. Japan actually made a huge mini-series about my royal ancestors in Japan who gave me my Catherine the Great genes. And I'll have a link to that underneath this video. I'm working on putting English subtitles to it, and we're almost done. It's really a very good production. It should win Oscars and Emmys if Lori wasn't controlling Hollywood. My Myers-Briggs personality tests say that I'm an INFP, whereas my husband, Brent Spiner, is a courageous INFJ. He too took the test. I am an idealist, like an INFP, and am in politics because I believe in my cause and for no other reasons. I am not a power-hungry person, just a humble person judging. That's why I don't care about wearing different outfits every time I come up, because I'm just a humble, down-to-earth person who believes in my cause. John Lennon was an INFP like me, and his dreams for a world of peace are my dreams. Though I consider myself an evangelical, I'm thoroughly against imposing any religion on the people. People should feel free to choose whatever ideology they want to believe in or ascribe to. I love John Lennon's song Imagine for this reason. I'm not against the 10 Commandments being posted anywhere, but I feel that other belief systems should feel free to have a representation as well, as long as what they support is not terrorism. Despite the fact that I'm half King David, we are not going to cater to Israel as long as they allow Lori McBride to influence their government. I oppose all forms of tyranny, even among my own people, the Jews. I'm half King David, remember? I've always believed in having a Palestinian state away from the nation of Israel. But until then, the Palestinians should feel free to live in Israel in peace and security. Israel has fought long and hard for their land, which God gave to them. So I don't believe in taking away any of the land promised to them in the Bible. But neither should the Jews oppress any minorities within their borders, which I hear they're doing. I belong to the Gabriel Chord Independent Political Party, and I'll have a link to, when you explore the page that I'll have a link to underneath this video, I'll have links to all these pages. I've been the U.S. Empress since spring 2014, and I have a link to my latest laws and legislation underneath this video. I have a national health care plan, and we've already started implementing it, and it works very well, and it saves us a lot of money too. I am the author of Conspiracy Law, which I've made the law of the land. I've been working on conspiracy law since 2004. So I've been a lawmaker since 2004. Conspiracy law has been the law in Russia since 2004, or 2003, actually. We've had some problems with enforcement because the Lori McBride Jesuits try to portray me as the crazy lady, and some people don't realize I'm the U.S. Empress. I don't think the government should be funding abortion, except in the case of incest or rape. Got a link for that. I got a link for all this stuff. Just explore the page that I've created underneath this video, and I have links for everything I'm talking about here. I feel we should leave the gun dropping those bombs. That's Lori McBride dropping those bombs. She needs to stop. That's death penalty, what she's doing. We should leave the gun laws as they are. We should regulate the tech giants, take away their monopoly, and they should be fined when they attack freedom of speech. That's my law. I have voting laws to ensure that Lori McBride does not sabotage the voting process. She's dropping those bombs. I explain my party's platform underneath this video, the link. My political ideology is libertarian, Constitution, and green. I am somewhat a centrist. I have a policy for the homeless. Check the page underneath this video. I feel that Lori McBride Jesuits who are dangerous sociopaths and psychopaths should be executed. I actually won the 2016 presidential election for Donald Trump because we thought he was dead at that time. And then we reinstated him as president when we saved him from Angelina Ballerina on January 6, 2017. I have strict laws against money laundering. I absolutely detest using the U.S. military to finance the military-industrial complex. We only use our military to take out Lori McBride Jesuits worldwide. We allow each nation to have their own autonomy with a government that honors their unique culture. So long as that country does not use sociopaths and psychopaths to support the Jesuit order, they're free to run their country however they want. I do not take the arrogant position like Melania Trump and Donald under Melania's leadership and many other leaders like Hillary Clinton and even Barack Obama and George W. Bush and Bill Clinton take, that the American version of democracy is the only way for the rest of the world. Another thing, Vladimir Putin is on my marriage list. We are in a military alliance with Russia, and I absolutely will not tolerate anyone in my cabinet treating Russia as our enemy in any form. Under my rule, it's a death penalty violation of conspiracy law to create human clones. And believe me, Lori McBride has been going to town with this and has been stealing Brent Spiner's identity using a Brent Spiner clone. So anyways, that's it, folks. I'm just officially announcing my run for United States president. Oh, ignore that stupid phone. I get stuff on my phone from Donald Trump all the time telling me, please don't send me money. Actually, I'm not rich, but I'm not so poor that I can't eat well or that I can't take care of my needs. Actually, it's kind of funny because my money is very, very limited. And I do the Gail commandments and I only spend money on food and bills, but I have zero debt. I'm able to save $100 a month because I am so frugal. I cook everything from scratch. I cut my own hair. I color my own hair. I'm eating almost vegetarian because that saves me money on groceries. And by having zero debt and paying all my bills on time, even though I did have to file for bankruptcy in 2002, right after my divorce, because I had never worked and I wasn't able to get a job. So I took out credit cards and stuff. My current credit score is over 800, simply by doing the Gail commandments. It amazes me that I have such a frugal income and I'm able to have a credit score over 800. It just cracks me up. Anybody looking at my credit score would think that I had the income of like a business executive, which I certainly do not. You say, well, how can you run for president when you don't have money? Well, my men will get them. They will be with Trump as my campaign advisor, because I think he's going to be in on this. Yeah, I won in 2016. I'll probably win again in 2020. So I'm starting my campaign. I won't be doing a typical campaign. In other words, I'm not going to invest as much into it as most people do running for president, but I wanted you to know that I have officially launched my campaign for the general election. I'm getting a head start. And my name is going to be on the ballot. So vote for me. I'm the best one. If I think Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders may agree to put their name on the ballot with my name in parentheses. So if you vote for me or any other politician on the ballot who has my name in parentheses after them, you'll be voting for me. I'm probably going to do fine. I'm probably going to win in 2020, which will be good for this country. Lori McBride, you are not going to win, man. None of your candidates are going to be U.S. president.